First opened in 2002, there's a look inside Ford Field here in downtown Detroit, the Motor City. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Green Bay Packers and the Detroit Lions. The NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Detroit! Set! 3-19! 3-19! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky!
They'll try and start this drive in the air. And the Packers give him nowhere to go, and they bring him down. Timmy Jernigan able to swamp him from that defensive tackle spot for a loss of 5. Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack.
Gone! Set! 3-19! 3-19!
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. That one goes for 24 yards. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 11 more on that one and another first down.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it'll be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
Lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Wide open receiver, complete. That one goes for 24 yards. Well, they're piecing together a nice drive to start this one. Seems pretty scripted and pretty successful so far.
And I think they did it without our help. Because you remember when we sat in the production meeting with them to talk about this. And, hey, you know, how you guys going to come out of the gate? I know I offered my help with a few plays, and they didn't seem to want it. I didn't offer mine. You were the smart one. Whatever they're doing, though, it's working really well.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete.
One thing I know from experience is that when the deep ball is thrown and you're the defender, you've got to fight that little bit of panic that emerges. You've got to play the ball really well. It's a 50-50 jump ball play. And guess what? They took a shot. How are you going to win it? And in this case, they managed to get it done.
Green 39! Green 39! Gone!
He'll try again with the arm here on second down. Steps away to his left. And he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a first down. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And he's got his man. It's caught for a Lion touchdown. In for the score. And the Lions are going to take a first-quarter lead. Well, these guys have won 3 straight ball games and another good start to this one out to the 6-0 lead.
And I've talked with so many different coaches, as have you, along the way, and they always talk about winning streaks and the mood of a team and how much easier it is to actually prepare during that time. Guys are sharp, guys are focused, everyone's feeling good, and we're seeing it early in this one.
Extra point try good by Gano, and that makes the score 7-0. Gano out to kick this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Sean Robinson in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21.
Watch it now, Barney.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And they're able to bring him down at the 20. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. Now, Charles, what's the mindset here offensively? You gave up the touchdown pretty quickly. Would it have changed if you had gotten a stop and it would be 0-0 right now, or no?
I wouldn't think so. I think in most cases, just down a touchdown, you know, I mean, we're just getting started here. It should be a long way to go. You think to yourself, stick with the game plan, all the things you worked on in practice. But you have some teams that when they get down, their natural tendency is to aggressively strike back. And let's see if they want to get outside of the game plan we expect and try and be aggressive on their first series.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning. Hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. And the Lions will take over. Here's the Detroit offense now as they head back out onto the field. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division. Looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals, all right? Number 1 goal is what? Make the playoffs. Number 2 goal is win your division. Number 3 goal, and the biggest goal, I think, is to be the highest seed possible that you can be heading into the playoffs so that you can have as many home games as possible to try and get you to the Super Bowl.
And right now fighting for everyone possible to try to at least secure home field for the wild card and or divisional round. Back to throw now on 1st down. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And he is going to lose yardage here. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. On the crossing route, complete. That's Foster. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
The goal for any offense versus a zone defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. Here with Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin, as the Lions are in possession of the football here to begin quarter number 2. They've got a 3rd down and 5 to start things out. left to throw here. And he finds his man Griffin. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
A nice run there, 8 yards, moves them much closer to the goal line now for 3rd down.
There we go, D. That's the way to hit.
They run. Abdullah. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage back to the 4-yard line. He loses 4, and it brings up 4th. And Gano's kick is right through. And the lead moves to 10-zip. A good drive gets them inside the 5, but they could not punch it in.
And credit the defense, too. Make sure that happens because that was the old bend but don't break approach. Made sure they contained them when they absolutely had to and forced the field goal attempt that went through.
This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Well, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
No gain on that run, and while the team is down, there's still time to come back and win the football game. If I'm the offensive coordinator, though, I got to think about moving at a faster pace and maybe opening things up a little bit and throwing it a little bit more.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter, a lot of time to change things.
Detroit! Detroit! Gun! 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 Gun!
He'll drop to throw. And he comes back with one complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 13 yards on his first catch. It's a first down as well. On first down, he'll drop to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. Back to throw here. And under the Lions' pressure, he's brought down. Jarrett Davis. Tough to handle on that blitz. He gets him for a loss of 5. Two minutes remain here in the first half. We'll come back to Ford Field after this. The threat of a second straight punt to start the game is looming as they come up 3rd and 10. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And Adams has it, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Now it looks like we'll get a timeout, and we will. We've got an injured Packer on the field. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. And he's going to get it across the midfield stripe into Lion territory. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. He's going to wind up and air it out. And he's got it. It's caught for a Packers touchdown. A big play there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Packers have cut it back within a score. Extra point up and good by Catanzaro. And that'll cut it to 3 at 10-7. Now the punter who also does the kickoff duties, Locke Edwards, out to kick it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. And Detroit getting set to go now. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But also have to remember, they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
A good convergence there defensively. Only a yard, and it's 2nd down. On play action, they'll throw. Now he's going to let it go deep left side. But when this ball's tipped and intercepted. Picked off at the 22. And the return stops at the 39-yard line. That had disaster written all over. You've got a right-handed quarterback, a rolling left, and throwing it pretty far downfield.
It's really difficult to do, to try and get your body twisted around into the proper position and get anything on the ball as you heave it downfield. And that's what it actually turns into, a heave. And that's not really a good throw, is it?
Not good, and we saw the result.
No. Check, Patriot.
Now a play fake here on first down. Rolling to his right. He'll find his man on the comeback route. Complete. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. An excellent way to start the drive there. 18 yards.
Detroit! All right, now, look at this.
They go play action here on first down. Stepping up, he'll try and run. And he'll slide down to avoid the tackle. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Detroit!
They'll look to throw now on first down. He's going to float this over the middle deep. And that one falls incomplete. Looked like he might have had position there, but he couldn't hold on at 2nd down.
They decided to take a shot and right down the middle of the field. And really, they didn't give it as much time to develop, did they? They want to take that shot somewhere around the 15-yard mark.
And the defense able to recover, bat it free. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. And this one's incomplete.
The one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown him a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after him. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10.
Detroit!
The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. He's going to air one out. Touchdown, Packers. as his guys are in for 6. And the Packers are able to cash in for 6.
And while that touchdown does not give them an insurmountable lead, it's still a lead, and that always feels good to a team.
They'd love to take that into the lockers, but a little time left on that clock, so some work to do.
I like that. I like how you're guarding against a letdown there.
Already looking forward.
Coaching them up from right up here in the booth.
That'll be taken in the end zone. Pretty move. And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. Now the Lions offense, they get ready to head back out there. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. He's going to go up top again. It's caught inside the 25. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense, as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. Being chased out left. And he is out of bounds, looks like right at the 15. So that one a hold right guard. And you understand why offensive and defensive linemen probably go to martial arts schools and work on their hands so often, because that can be the make or break difference on a play. This time he had to grab a jersey in order to make the play happen. Got caught for the penalty. They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Here we go now. Blue 90. Blue 90.
Back to throw. Forced out to his left. He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's 2nd down. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. He hit his first. Now this one from 48 yards away. And Gano's kick is right through. So we've come to halftime here with the visiting Packers out. And okay, so much for our halftime break. Apparently we're going to get right back to it. Gano out to kick this one away. The Packers offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead. And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustment. Trying to set up the screen, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Jared Davis. And he will score. Touchdown, Lions. Brian, I know it's hard to believe, but sometimes guys who are built with the dimension of linebackers can actually get lost from sight by the quarterback. Well, they're usually not the tallest guys. So, yeah, that allows them sometimes to kind of hide down in there, kind of get a little bit lower, and maybe he just never saw him. But, boy, he sure wishes he had. He picked it off and ran it all the way back for a touchdown. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. I know they didn't tack on the 2 points, but I liked their attempt. After the interception return for a touchdown, I was thinking to myself, forget kicking it, go for 2, and they did. Well, yeah, and everybody's scrambling. Maybe you catch the defense on their heels. They weren't ready to be out there. Yeah, it's almost like a sudden change, right? There's a turnover, you take it away, they stuck it in the end zone, keep the momentum going. Give credit to the defensive guys for rallying and stopping that 2-point attempt. And they'll go with a ground attack here. Space to maneuver at the 40. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first.
Partner, if you want more carries, I think we saw how you get them. Showed that he's got the fresh legs, and he picked up the first down on that run. Don't just ask for them. Show them that you're supposed to get the football.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. Try to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. No gain on the play there. Second down.
Detroit! Watch him now, Barney!
And they'll run it here. And here's another tackle made at the line. So they're converging well on the football now. Back-to-back stops make it 3rd and 10. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Detroit!
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. And he's going to be wrapped up and driven down. Emmanuel Ogbah. And now the Lions going to stop us momentarily as they call a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it. They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 40, and his crew will take over at their own 45-yard line. First possession of the 3rd quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
A second down run for Abdullah. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. That one good for 10 yards. And they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches.
Look, the first down marker is out there, but sometimes it's hard to find for an offense when they're in a long yardage situation, which usually means throw the football. In this case, they went against the tendency and ran it, and boy, the reward was there. A big pickup, and guess what? It's now 3rd and very short in order to try and pick up a first down.
They'll look to throw, and he'll find Galladay. That's complete. Touchdown, Detroit. A big play there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And thanks to the interception, the Lions offense cashes in with 6. Gano the extra point, and it gives his guys a 12-point advantage. Gano out to kick this one away. Now trotting out there, the Packers getting ready to go. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. Throw left side complete. That's Montgomery. He got 29 yards that time.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him? Either fellow receivers or offensive linemen. That makes that play a really nice timing play. And sometimes it can break big.
He'll look to throw. He's going to go for a big play downfield. So they took a shot on first down but couldn't connect.
I guess they figure with a guy who is that hot downfield, who knows how to get the ball into the end zone, you throw it up and give him every opportunity, even though that one fell incomplete.
Yeah, he's already been in the end zone multiple times, tried to target him again deep there, but unsuccessful.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky.
They'll set up to throw. This one complete to Jordan Reed. And he's got this down to the 35. 11 yards there as they connect on the quick slant.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the first down.
Detroit! Detroit! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky.
Looking to throw. Caught by Montgomery. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. In for the score. And the Packers are back within a score.
When we drop defenses on the board, we do account for every receiver. But on that particular play, somehow he was wide open, became an easy touchdown pass.
Extra point good by Catanzaro. And that will shave one more off this lead. That's fielded in the end zone. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been had he simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. And Detroit getting set to go now. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Going for the deep ball. Oh, incomplete. A turnover would have really helped there. Almost intercepted. Instead, it's just second down.
Well, I guess we just discovered that someone is certainly not going to sit back and just take it in this game, huh?
No, they were trying to get that touchdown back in one shot.
One shot, trying to help out his defense and let the other team know they were coming after him.
Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10.
Here we go now. 3-19. 3-19.
They'll drop to throw. Trying to lay one up deep. And he's unable to grab it. Thought he might have had position, couldn't hold on, 3rd down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. They're going to look to throw. Packer pressure, and down he goes.
Now, that was just absolute perfect man coverage. Nowhere for them to go with the football. Led to a sack. And that's really difficult to do in today's NFL with all these gazelles running around that you're trying to cover in the secondary.
They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. And things are starting to move in the right direction. They get the touchdown last drive, then their defense gets them the football back.
Yeah, now they have a chance to get the lead if they can put something together here. And I'm eager to see how they decide to do it. Do they want to be methodical, or do they want to take the big strike and go after it right now?
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And that is incomplete here.
Well, they're slinging it, and then there's one you got to put a timer on, huh? I mean, that one came in hot.
That came in hot, but overthrown out of his reach and incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. The give is to Jones. And he'll get 2, maybe 3 up near the 37.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
The Packers on third down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. Now back to throw. And he can't come up with a pick. Nearly his second of the game. Instead, 4th down.
I know that interception was dropped, and it would have been their 3rd of the game, and I will guarantee you, in the huddle, on the bench, all the defensive guys have been talking about is, we've got this guy right where we want him. Who's going to get the next one? It almost becomes a challenge, and they missed a golden opportunity.
They'll try and throw for it here. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off at the 45.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively, not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
Watch it now, Barney, Barney.
And on the ground they go with a running back. Oh, good. And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. A great effort there. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Lions use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. A free 5 yards as the defense jumps.
I know it's an anticipation game for them, but it's also a reaction game, and they reacted poorly on that one.
Extra point try good by Gano, and it gives his guys a 12-point advantage. Gano out to kick this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down. Four yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Back now at Ford Field. It's the Packers who have the football, but in need of points as we begin quarter number 4. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And he rifles one incomplete.
Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he led him just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground, incomplete.
The Packers on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This will be 3rd and 6. He'll look to throw. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. Now, if you're going to get rid of it, you better get outside the pocket.
Yeah, you have to get outside of that tackle-to-tackle box, right? Get out there, and then you can do it legally, but he wasn't able to do so, and they end up losing the down as well.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it.
Detroit! Detroit! Gone! 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 All right, now, look at 56. 56. Lucky 56. Gone, gone, gone.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And he goes down. It's a sack. They get him back at his own 3-yard line. Emmanuel Agba in there to get him, and that's sack number 8 for him on the year. Now, what can they do here on 2nd and goal? 3 red zone trips so far have yielded 2 touchdowns and a field goal.
Set. Green, 39.
They'll try to run it in with Abdullah. And he's going to take it in for a Lion touchdown. Amir Abdullah, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Lions are able to grow their lead. Gano now to add the extra point. Gano the extra point, and that will make this a 19-point game. Gano out to kick this one away. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. They'll look to throw here. And his throw is incomplete.
I think he's a little trigger happy right there, and it turned into an ill-advised throw into their zone.
Well, we know he has confidence. He'll throw it any place, anytime, anywhere. That time it fell incomplete. They tried to throw on 2nd down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. They'll set up the throw. He's got Adams on the hookup. It'll be a pickup of 4, good enough to earn him yet another first down. And they're on 3rd and short. They just tried to spread the field. It worked.
And I think that the spreading of the field, the extra receivers, has really become the next in the evolutionary chain in the NFL. Go all the way back. In that situation, you're handed to the fullback, right? As we evolve, maybe you pitched it to your tailback. Now you spread the field, and you have your choices of where to throw it and complete it for a first down.
Back to throw here. Dancing to his left. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Montgomery. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains. Back to throw now on first down. He sets up the screen to Jones. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He can make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest, you can draft the most athletic guys, but if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, help force the incompletion.
Yeah, but had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though. Falls incomplete. And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this 3rd and long play as we'll get a timeout. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. The Packers on 3rd down. They've hit 4 of 7. This is going to be 3rd and 13. On play action, they'll throw. Hard throw, incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. Their already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on 4th down. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And he's going to be sacked back on his side of the field at the 44. The Packers unable to pick up the first. And the Lions will get the football back in terrific field position.
Now let's go. Green 39. Green 39.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down. Play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12.
Detroit! Detroit! Watch him now, Barney! Barney!
And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And a pretty big hole as he's down to about the 40. So they get half of what they needed. It'll be 3rd and 6 upcoming. At this stage of the game, with the score where it is, the key here is stay in bounds, and he did just that. Not by a huge margin, but he stayed in.
And those come up in what we like to call winning edge meetings. The things that you have to do, late game situations, kicking situations, doesn't matter what it is, the things you have to do to win a game, and that comes up in that meeting, then you practice it. They've got to be happy to see it executed, being able to stay in bounds and work the clock.
Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete. And that one's not going to get there. Not enough juice. An ambitious effort, but it's well short. And this score will stay right where it is.
Everything looked good. Good snap, good hold. Sometimes, though, the ball just doesn't want to go where you want it. And this one winds up no good.
So good field position for the Packers as they come up 1st and 10.
Flag 99 Philly, here we go.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on 1st down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on 1st down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up 2nd down.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. He's got this to the 30 before being taken down. 23 yards on the play.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route. Drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Flushed out right. This is caught. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. He got 29 yards that time. They'll try to run it in with Jones. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Green Bay touchdown. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Packers get a score closer. Extra point up and good by Catanzaro. And that will get him 1 closer. Now the punter who also does the kickoff duties, Locke Edwards, out to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. The Lions offense, they get ready to head back onto the field. And this will probably be the final play before the 2-minute warning. And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. And he'll be taken down after a short gain as that takes us to the 2-minute warning. Time for a break. We'll come back to wrap this one up after this. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
Watch him now, Barney. Barney.
And they'll go on the ground. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining. Now this is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. On third down, he'll drop to throw. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. Clearly wasn't outside of the tackle box. There's your penalty.
And accompanying that penalty, a loss of down.
Here comes the Lions punter now, standing just outside his own goal line. And taken right on the 30. Well, that looked for a second like he might take it all the way, but as it stands, it's still a massive return. And the Packers will have a short field to work with here as they take over 1st and 10. They go play action here on 1st down. He's going to let it fly. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. Devontae Adams, the intended receiver. That'll bring up 2nd down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. And he's going to be taken down here. A sack back at the 32.
Remember, throughout my career here in defensive coaches always say, guys, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. But they put themselves in a great spot with this big lead, and they know they've got to throw the ball.
These pass rushers have to be salivating. It is pin your ears back time indeed.
Here we go. Detroit!
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. A gain of 19 and picking up the first. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. It's a loss of 8 there on the 1st down play. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And he's going to go down. He's sacked back at the 24. And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this 3rd and long play as we'll get a timeout. As they stop it with 28 seconds to go in this football game. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long.
Detroit!
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Oh, he almost intercepted it. They're just forcing it into too many tough spots. That was almost a 4th pick of the game. And now 4th down. Despite being 0 for 4 converting these so far, I guess you're going to say 5th time's the charm. They're going again on 4th down.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky.
Back to throw. Buying time to his left. Oh, he just needed to throw it away, but instead, out of bounds he goes, and that's a sack. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And that'll be just about all she wrote for this one. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Over!
That one looks like he'll throw here. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 16 yards right off the bat and a 1st down. They'll look to throw now on 1st down. Looking deep downfield. And that is going to be pulled in one-handed. Wow. This home crowd, they're happy with that call.
I like the way you said happy there, right? The so-called good guys didn't get a call. They feel like it's been that way all afternoon. You feeling their pain?
They finally got one.
Yes, they did.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And this play gets blown up. They'll lose yardage. Back at the 17. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for Detroit, that's now 5 wins on the campaign as they get the job done here. And now they'll have the short week ahead as they'll host their annual Thanksgiving Day game on Thursday. Meanwhile, for Green Bay, they're going the wrong way as this will drop them to 3-7 now on the year. And they'll be off to Oakland next week for a date with the Raiders. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.